Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 56. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. They've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so, and now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And it started pretty quickly for them, because you have to remember, Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland and became an entirely new franchise known as the Baltimore Ravens. And since then, they've won the Super Bowl twice. Number 47 you mentioned, and also number 35 in Tampa over the Giants. This is a proud franchise looking to have their third Super Bowl trophy.
And meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl. Of course, they won it last year behind Tom Brady, but now, Charles, this group looks to get it done without TB12 under center.
But think about the confidence this team gained last year in their run to the title. Remember, they won 3 road games to get there. Yes, they won the Super Bowl in their home stadium, but 3 straight wins on the road in order to make it happen. Give them a ton of credit. They galvanized, and now they're ready to go for it again.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
On first down, Redmond. And his first look is incomplete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
This is Lewis on the handoff. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Now for the point after. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
They'll run on first down. Pittman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind? That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Pittman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Redmond, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Lewis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Redmond. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Redmond, and this throw will be intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Johnson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now Johnson to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A beautiful fake. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Throwing on 1st down. Redmond, flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Redmond. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in those golden high tops as well.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Johnson now throwing on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Redmond sets up the screen to Lewis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run with Lewis out of the gun. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Johnson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Johnson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. That's caught by Juravicius. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Johnson to throw on 2nd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Lewis. Nice move by Lewis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's returnable now for Smith. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now the Bucs down by 8. Less than 90 seconds to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
Johnson's throw complete there to Johnson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
They'll look to throw. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's second and 10. Looking to throw. Redmond. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Redmond. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They try again with Lewis. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. As a fan takes it back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.